Hey, I hope you had a chance to be with us in person for our 50th anniversary in Aptos celebration last weekend. It was so memorable and God-honoring. I had so much pure fun. Thousands joined us in person and online. It was an amazing party with a choir and food and a yearbook. I just want to say it is such a pleasure for me to be in this community called Twin Lakes Church with you. You are part of the story that we celebrated last weekend. Well, this weekend, the fun continues. We launch our fall series, Explore God, at TLC and over 100 other churches around Santa Cruz, the entire Bay Area. We're going to be exploring the top 7 questions people have about God and life, like, does life have any meaning? How do I know there's a God? If there is a God, why is there so much suffering? How can I ever really believe that Jesus is divine? Why should I trust the Bible anyway? How can I personally know God better? You know, it seems to me like for thousands of years, we human beings thought a lot about these very questions. We stare at the stars or gaze into the sea and ponder questions like that. You know, kids still do, teenagers still do. Dad, Mom, how do we know there's a God? Why should I trust the Bible? But maybe what's happened to us adults is, A, we get so busy, always moving, always hustling, that we don't even find time to think about these big questions. And B, maybe we make ourselves distracted on purpose, 24/7 amusement, because we're afraid there aren't really good answers. But you know what? If we don't have good answers, people around us in our sphere of influence might think there are no good answers and leave the faith, or we might leave the faith. And so a group of my friends who are all pastors in Santa Cruz, Monterey, the Bay Area, we all decided to do this series together because the Bible says things like, "Come now, let us reason together," in Isaiah 1:18, and always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have in 1 Peter 3:15. So let's think about the reasons. Let's think about the answers for 7 weeks. You know, the best way to grow through this, as always, is in a small group. I can't stress this enough, because it takes the sermons and personalizes them as you explore these topics together. And you can get hooked up at tlc.org/small groups. And please invite your friends who may have these questions, who may have asked you these very questions. I want to assure you I'm making my messages purposely so that they minimize any cringe factor for people who aren't yet Christians. And in a gentle and respectful way, I'm going to be explaining the Christian answers to these questions in what I hope will be a persuasive way, a beautiful way, a compelling way. So pray for me on that and invite your friends and family members. So this weekend's topic is this: you have a purpose. God made you for a reason. Life is not meaningless. This weekend, Saturday at 6 p.m. and Sunday morning, 9 and 11, as we launch Explore God.